If you're a multi-passionate person who's tired of choosing between following your dreams and paying your bills, then this video is for you. I'm going to share with you the first step in my exact framework that helped me stop frantically juggling side hustles and start building what I call an income ecosystem. And it all starts with something I wish someone would have told me decades ago. Here's what nobody talks about when they tell you to follow your passion: the constant financial anxiety. I used to wear so many hats, I felt like a walking costume shop. Freelance writing, advertising, life coaching, product promotions, whatever random gig was going to pay the bills. Not ringing a bell to anyone. And by the way, H2O is a form of self-care, just FYI. The truth is, as multi-passionate souls, we can often get stuck in survival mode, taking any opportunity that comes our way instead of strategically building something sustainable. But what if I told you that there was a way to honor all the different parts of who you are while creating genuine financial security? Today, I'm starting to break down my Anchor and Toybox Model, a framework I developed using traditional career theory, combined with what I've learned as a therapist and working with people from all walks of life, and including my own experience as a multi-passionate entrepreneur. By the end of this video, you will learn the first step in how to identify your anchor, the one career path that leverages your natural gift while providing stable income, and how to build your toy box of other passions around it. No more choosing between security and creativity, and no more burning out from choosing random gigs. So let's start with the foundation, which is self-inventory. Because here's what I discovered, and that's passion isn't always enough, especially if you're seeking financial peace. You need to operate from what you're naturally gifted at, and I'm going to show you how you can identify some of those gifts. Now, before we dive into practical steps, I want to share with you why the anchor serves as the fundamental piece of my model. As an associate therapist, I work with people with all kinds of different belief systems, and I always honor my clients' values. But I do want to share my personal perspective because it shapes this framework. I have a deep belief that you were born with a set of God-given gifts. From a spiritual standpoint, you have gifts that nobody else can express the way that you can express them. From the research side, we call these aptitudes. And aptitudes are your abilities to do certain things better than most people without any practice. Practice just accelerates what's already there. Studies consistently show that when you apply your aptitudes in your career, you experience significantly more satisfaction and less burnout. It's like the difference between swimming upstream versus flowing with the current. And Jim Rohn said it perfectly. He said something along the lines of, the Bible is as practical as it is spiritual. And in it, there's actually this powerful story about talents. Not the kind that you perform with, but literal talents, which were units of money. And in this story, a master gives his servants different amounts to invest. The ones who used their gifts to create value were rewarded, while the one who buried his talent out of fear lost everything. Actually, these servants who invested in their talents, they got more abundance back in return. And the lesson? Well, to me, at least, your gifts aren't just for you. They're meant to serve others and create value in the world. And when you do that, at least according to the story, abundance will flow back to you. So here's how we make this practical. Start by writing a list of all of your interests, everything that lights you up. From that list, highlight 3 to 5 interests where you have that natural ability. I'm talking about things you do better than the average person, and sometimes without even trying. But here's the key. Since your anchor needs to provide financial security, it also needs to improve other people's lives in some meaningful way. So let me give you an obvious example. Take Ariana Grande. Before she became the superstar we all know today, there was a good chance that one of the first times that she ever sang, she was naturally better than those around her. Practice made her exceptional, but the raw talents were already there. It was more effortless for her than someone starting with less vocal ability. But what about the gifts that aren't so obvious, like vocal talent? For me, I discovered that when I am with people in person, they naturally feel comfortable opening up to me about sensitive things. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, let's be honest, but I have a strong track record of building trust and creating safe places for people to be vulnerable. And that is one of my natural gifts. But here's why this matters. When you operate from your gifts, work doesn't drain you the same way. Like when I was a legal assistant, that work required someone very detail oriented. And by nature, I'm a big picture type of person. So clocking in every day and forcing myself to focus on the details for 8 hours a day was like swimming upstream. It was exhausting. And I made a lot of mistakes. But when you're naturally good at something, it flows. You're not climbing uphill for the entire workday. You're working with your wiring, not against it. So here's a starting point. Identify your gifts first, because interest and passion aren't enough if you're seeking financial security. You want to operate from what you're naturally good at for 2 reasons. One is that it's going to feel more effortless to you. And 2, you're providing something valuable that genuinely makes other people's lives better. That's how you begin to create an anchor that supports both your soul and your bank account. And something to remember is that you don't have to follow all of your gifts. That's why you have a set of them. Now, there's more to this madness, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more about how to streamline your multiple passions into an income ecosystem. And if you do want to dive a little bit more into this self-inventory process, feel free to download a free journal reflection resource for you. That's in the description box. And again, that's free, but this will also be a helpful part of your journey for transforming chaos into clarity when it comes to how to integrate your multiple passions. And remember, you don't have to choose between all of the parts of who you are and financial security. You can have both. It starts with recognizing that your gifts aren't accidents. They are your unique contribution to the world. And until next time, keep honoring all of the parts of who you are.